nameless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless, because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and curse on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you could try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. It's time that you know. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Red alert, time, shine a light down. On the front lines of my mind now. Riding my time on the high ground. Blinded but I'm still alive, shout oh. They said we're lucky to have got this far, and that is not what Hey, talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising.
Hello and welcome to the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Lisa Rock Jones and
Sean Bradley Smith, and we will bring you the match card for this Sunday's one time a year where the Raw fucking WWE gets thrown out of the window.
yes, it is time for the WWE to get extreme with extreme rules.
And it will take place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the Wells Fargo Center.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Kurt Angle
Where are you?
and the home of ECW.
But this is the match card going into this weekend's pay-per-view.
We have 10 matches in total, so we will start with one match which is likely to take place on the pre-show. We are of course referring to Drew Gulak defending his cruiserweight championship against Tony Nese. This match was basically made following Drew Gulak winning the championship at Stomping Grounds. However, he did not pin then champion Tony Nese to win the championship.
That's true, he did for him.
So now that that one is out of the way, let's go to the rest of the card, which most of them have a very good story behind. Let's start with what is going to be the main event of the show, or should be.
Which is?
Well, let's go to the backstory first.
Oh, yes.
At Stomping Grounds, Becky Lynch defeated Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. Lacey Evans would then be revealed as Baron Corbin's special guest referee in his Universal Championship match against Seth Rollins. Despite Lacey's attempts, and partly due to Becky Lynch making an appearance, Seth Rollins was able to escape Baron Corbin's plan with the Universal Championship. That draws us to Sunday, when we have an Extreme Rules last chance winner take all match for the Universal and Raw Women's Championship. When Seth Rollins teams up with real-life girlfriend Becky Lynch to defend against Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans.
But who do we see walking out with the championships?
Well, I would like to see Seth Rollins and Becky retain, but do we have Baron Corbin? Well, this will be the second time that Baron Corbin loses to Seth Rollins. No, third, sorry. Do we really want Baron and Lacey to lose 3 straight times to them?
Considering that Vince McMahon apparently likes Baron Corbin.
See, I think it's too early for Lacey Evans to be women's champion. and I just don't care about Baron Corbin. He's a good heel because he's a kind of heel when you want to punch in the face, but he's not world champion heel material for me, personally.
Not yet.
And for the whole winner takes all thing, when that happened about 3 months ago at WrestleMania, who came up victorious?
Becky Lynch.
So she has experience in a winner-take-all match. And for the past few weeks, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch have had success in mixed tag team matches. Recently against Selena Vega, or AJ Lee if you've watched Fighting With My Family.
Which is now out in stores now.
And Andrade Cien Almas, or simply Andrade. However, that was an elimination mixed tag team match and not an Extreme Rules one. So the rules of this are fairly straightforward. If Becky was to lose to Lacey, or if Rollins was to lose to Corbin, no matter who got the fall, both championships will go to the winning team. The next match is a interesting match, but also why. At Stomping Grounds, Roman Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre. The next night on Raw, Shane McMahon had booked Roman Reigns in a 2-on-1 handicap / beatdown at the hands of Shane and Drew. When Shane McMahon was gonna go for the coast to coast, the lights went out.
Gone.
And we had the most unpredictable savior in The Undertaker.
Come in and literally save Roman Reigns. And me and Reese a lot were thinking, why?
Yes, and this is he's saving the man who 3 years ago defeated him, or 2 years ago defeated him at WrestleMania. And there is absolutely no correlation as to why Undertaker would want to get involved in this business, unless WWE have some sort of plan going into SummerSlam between Undertaker and McIntyre. However, happening on Sunday, whatever the plan going forward is, The Undertaker will team up with Roman Reigns to face Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre in a no-holds-barred tag team match.
Which make things very interesting.
And I want to add, since this is no-holds-barred, in other words, anything goes, due to recent events of recent weeks, there is a slight possibility of some more outside interference, particularly from a certain KO,
Kevin Owens.
who appears to have recently turned face.
After stunnery, Shane McMahon. Kevin Owens, since when did you become Stone Cold Steve Austin?
He's used the stunner a few times, and I actually like the way he uses it.
Yes, but this next match
It's also
championship.
Yes, this is also a bit of a wire match.
As once again a Raw superstar
is challenging for a SmackDown championship.
As Samoa Joe of Monday Night Raw takes on the Kingpin of SmackDown.
This will be Samoa Joe's third, I think, or fourth shot at the WWE Championship, and first since his epic rivalry in 2018 with AJ Styles.
So, how do we see this match going down between Samoa Joe and Kofi Kingston? Who, Kofi Kingston, bear in mind, gave the middle finger to Samoa Joe 2 weeks ago on SmackDown Live.
Again, Kofi, you're not Kofi Stone Cold Austin.
How do we see this match going down?
Well, you would think that they wouldn't put the WWE Championship on Samoa Joe because yet again he's a Raw superstar. But Kofi Kingston has had reports that he's injured. How heavily it is, we don't know. So they may have no choice but to pull the title away from him.
But only time will tell.
Side note: now that we've got the two World Championship matches out of the way, the new creative director or executive creative director, whatever the official title is, of Monday Night Raw, Mr. Paul Heyman, did come out to the ring to announce that his client, the Beast in the Bank, Mr. Brock Lesnar,
oh God,
will be cashing in Money in the Bank on Sunday. Where have we heard that before?
Oh yes, where have we heard that before? And Brock Lesnar still seems to think that his briefcase is a boombox.
In any event, this next match is the SmackDown Women's Championship match, and just like the WWE Championship match, it features a Raw woman going for a SmackDown Championship, or should I say, not a Raw woman, but Raw women.
As the team of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross challenge Bayley in the SmackDown Women's Championship in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Yes, in a Beat the Clock challenge match that took place on Raw, the winner was able to name a stipulation.
That honor went to Nikki Cross.
And they named a 2-on-1 handicap match. However, reports are circling around that a certain woman, former Raw Women's Champion, former NXT Women's Champion, and one half of the first Women's Tag Team Champions, along with Bayley, could and probably will be making her return to the company.
That woman that we're referring to is Miss Sasha Banks.
So, what I personally would do here is some kind of maybe breakdown in communication or something like that that allows Bayley to win the match. Then she's a victim of some kind of 2-on-1 beatdown. That causes Sasha to come out and make the save. Then you have the choice as to whether you want to put Sasha and Bayley together against Alexa and Nikki, or maybe even do a long-awaited rivalry with Bayley and Sasha going head-to-head, maybe at SummerSlam.
But again, only time will tell for what happens at Extreme Rules this Sunday.
Because let's face it, we go into SummerSlam, I wouldn't be totally surprised if a former Raw Women's Champion by the name of Ronda Rousey wants her title back.
Quite possibly so. This next match will be a triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown tag team titles.
And
the Planet Champions, Daniel Bryan and Rowan take on the New Day of Big E and Xavier Woods to take on the team of Otis and Tucker in Heavy Machinery.
Yes, at Stomping Grounds, Daniel Bryan and Rowan managed to just get a win over Heavy Machinery. For next night on SmackDown, the New Day defeated the champions in a non-title match, and then Heavy Machinery would defeat Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler to earn their way into the match as well. Notice one thing. Well, two things actually.
And those are...
For once, we have a championship match where all the participants are on the same brand.
Oh yes, of course.
But then, WWE's policy in giving people championship matches at the minute seemed to be, you beat the champions in a non-title match, then you have a title shot. In a match which literally came out of nowhere and makes no sense, so we're not going to spend that much time on it.
True.
Aleister Black goes against Cesaro.
Yeah, let's move on. There's next match we will talk about, which is for the United States Championship, as Ricochet takes on the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Don't you mean Ricochet takes on the heel AJ Styles?
Oh yes.
As for the first time since his rivalry with Shane McMahon 2 years ago, AJ Styles has gone heel and reunited with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
With one title in mind, the United States Championship, currently being held by NXT call-up Ricochet.
Yes, can AJ Styles become a 3-time United States champion, or can Ricochet manage to hold on to the title he has just won?
Now, this next match will probably be as explosive as what happened 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw.
Well, you mean when it was attempted murder?
Between Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley in a last man, or shall we say, last monster standing match.
I would like to think that now that Paul Heyman is in creative control, or at least head of the creative team underneath Vince McMahon, of course, because he still has to approve everything. But I would like to think that Paul Heyman has the brain and the sensibility to at least repair as much as possible the damage which has been done to Braun Strowman and his monster gimmick.
And our final match is a match that has just been added to the Dreamers card.
It's a match which has been it's just added to the card, but it's a rivalry which has been going on pretty much since just before WrestleMania, when Raw Tag Team Champions for Revival defend their titles against the Usos.
And can the Uso Penitentiary lock up the Raw Tag Team titles, or will the Revival keep their titles where they belong?
So, that's it for the match card. We will run through it again quickly.
Yes.
In what we assume to be the pre-show match, because it hasn't been confirmed yet, Drew Gulak defends the Cruiserweight Championship against Tony Nese.
On the main card, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, the Universal Champion, and Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, put their titles on the line against Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans in a winner takes all tag team Extreme Rules match.
The Undertaker teams up with Roman Reigns to take on Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre in a no-holds-barred tag team match.
The WWE Championship will be on the line as Kofi Kingston defends it against Samoa Joe.
The SmackDown Women's Championship will be on the line when Bayley defends against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Daniel Bryan and Rowan will put the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line as they defend them against the New Day and Big E and Xavier Woods and against Heavy Machinery in Otis and Tucker.
Aleister Black will take on Cesaro in a random match.
Random indeed. The WWE United States Championship will be on the line as Ricochet defends against the newly turned heel AJ Styles.
Braun Strowman will take on Bobby Lashley in a last man monster standing match.
And the Raw Tag Team titles will be on the line as the Revival defend their championships against the Usos.
So, Extreme Rules takes place at the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania this Sunday on the WWE Network, where who can go extreme the most?
So until then, it's been
Lisa Rock Jones, and he's been
John Randy Smith, and it will be time to get extreme on Sunday.
See you next week for the actions.
Bye bye.
Ooh,
I think you'll need it.
the